December has been a whirlwind of progress, and today promises to be one of our busiest days yet, from varnishing the deck to welcoming a brand new Davit system, which means welding is on the menu. Plus, we're diving into some interior upgrades to bring Yabá one step closer to perfection. With so much happening, this episode is packed with hard work, big milestones, and the satisfaction of seeing our dream come to life. Good morning and welcome to another day where we're trying to get this boat ready for Christmas, which I'm scared of saying that now because that's in like 3 days and we've got a lot to do still. Imagine if the Davit system arrives today. We need to finish sanding the deck and put a last few coats of varnish on. We have received a new anchor which we want to install. That's exciting. Wait till you see that anchor. It is nuts.
Those are your jobs. My jobs that I really want to tackle are finishing the beauty of the interior. The galley is not ready yet. The chances of us receiving the countertops today are
Zero.
Incredibly low. I won't say zero, but 0.1.
The reason why she's working so much on the interior is we're having the guys over from the shipyard.
And we really want it to be looking nice. Like imagine the varnish cupboard on the kitchen. It was exactly like Adilson left it. We're like, dude, I did this with so much effort and you didn't even varnish it.
No, we only waited till the last moment.
I know.
Anyway, so we're wasting time here again. We like doing intros. We like talking. I say we get going.
We have to. We cannot choose what to do. We have to work.
Let's go. Let's go. It's time for now to get the settle deck mixed with the thinner. You can see we have ash wood and then a different wood, but let's see if that makes a big difference or if it seems like a big difference once the varnish is up. Aft is varnished. I left a tiny corridor for anyone to get in. They have to use the starboard side of the deck, this one over here. Now I did realize when the welders come for the Davit system, I hope they come today, it's going to be a little bit of a difficulty to get to the platform without, well, whatever. That's a problem for later. I was going to paint or varnish that part at the bow for now, but we have a new anchor, and I think if we install the anchor after varnishing, it's going to make a mess. So quick break from varnishing. We're going to put the new Bruce anchor in place, and then once it's in place, I can take it easy, varnishing, without having to worry about having to work with the chain later. This here is our new anchor. I don't know if this is an illusion, but that Bruce looks way bigger than the one we had before. Maybe it's because on the boat it looked smaller, but 50 kilos is 50 kilos, right? es otro carro. Look how strong I am.
Oh, lovely.
No, I did it with your dad.
Nice.
No, you just swap them. This still looks really, really good. And then drop it back in. Really good.
Look, maybe people think the anchors are small because they see it compared to Yabá, but look, comparing to me.
Go next to that one. It's up to you, higher than your hip. Lift it? No, don't even try it. The old anchor, or the Mexican, is going to go onto the anchor road, the 200-meter anchor road. The chain is going on the bruise here. I've made the most of putting a new shackle on there. It's locked tight, some steel wire also to prevent it from ever coming out. Now somehow we have to drop this anchor back into the water. I think if I just hoist it, it'll just drop and be fine, or will it make a mess? I'm just figuring out how to put it back now. That's just something we're going to have to figure out.
I heard that Ben needs someone strong to continue this job.
Yeah, let's do it. Also, thank you so much, Akibra. If you need anything boat related in Itajai or region, Akibra, they had up to a 50-kilo anchor. No one else had it. Now that we're working with anchors, this is going to be our, let's say, storm anchor, reserve anchor. It's on 200 meters of anchor road, so whenever anything happens out at sea, you have enough chain, literally throw that overboard, stay away from the road. I'm leaving it all ready to let that happen. We're going to weld, or have welded, from that corner to the tip, and from that tip to that corner, like a kind of diamond, to prevent any of the rope from getting caught like it did before. So whenever it gets here, it just slides either to the tip or to there, so it won't get stuck. The plan with this one over here, almirantado, which is what it's called here, is we're going to keep it on board. But those spades are just too small. So once we're not so busy, these are going to have a spade welded on like this as well. I have 3 anchors. They're safe and sorry, I guess. But this one's just, we arrived at an anchorage, dropped the anchor, 10 meters, well, never 10 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters, 50 meters, and done. Spare anchor and spare anchor. If you're wondering why we don't have a bridle, in my opinion, the anchor road is already a bridle. You have to be at anchor for a crazy long time for this to be so turned that it's going to affect how you're anchoring. The bruise, same. We're usually never at an anchorage long enough to need one. I just find I like to keep galvanized with galvanized underwater and stainless with stainless. If we end up spinning around our anchor too many times, we'll hoist it and throw down our anchor again to unspin it. But I've never thought until now yet how we need one.
All my doubts, I like a mirror reflecting out.
Ha! It's definitely bigger.
Here in Brazil, we have a saying that says, hope is the last one that dies. So I'm gonna hold on to that hope, and I'm not gonna do the backsplash of the kitchen yet because maybe the countertops will arrive. So I'm gonna go to another job, which I'm so excited. Actually, that's the real reason, because I'm too excited to not do this. Look at this, like, seriously. This is the surprise that we had for our doors. This is the idea that we had. These were cut in a CNC. They were just ready right now. We're gonna paint them colorful and apply them on the wall, on the door, sorry. And each door will be a sea creature. So when someone comes to my house and asks, where is the toilet? I don't need to say the first door to the right. I can say the octopus door. Isn't that fun? So I just need to give it a little scent because it came with a from the CNC, and then I can start adding color and put them on the walls. My mom is inside right now varnishing the doors already, so they are ready to receive these, and I'm gonna sand it, paint it, and bring it in. I am pretty sure a couple of days ago I said that sanding is really not my favorite activity, and sanding this fluff out of this amount of details has to be torture. But what's keeping me motivated is that I really believe it's gonna look amazing. No complaining! Let's do this!
So let me tell you something. Darling, you fell in love with the famous man. See my pictures posted everywhere across the land. And if you run with me, you got to understand.
Normal boats have a water filling cap on deck that goes to all 4 tanks. We're not normal, you know, so we have to remove all of these tools. We have to get under that bed. We have to get into that cupboard over there and under there to open the caps of each individual one of our 4 water tanks and fill them up individually. So what the plan is today is I think I'm going to start with the tanks and lastly drill the hole once I figure out where it's going to go. Each of the tanks is going to have a kind of through hole. Is it still called a through hole? A flange with a T, and one of them of course is going to have an elbow joint. So filling it from the deck, we'll fill 1 tank at a time until it comes spilling out of the deck. So let's, for the last time hopefully, get rid of all that mess over there. Can you see it? Let's get rid of all this over here, which is all our tools. Get access to the tank and all the other ones of course, and start figuring out where we're going to have these flanges. I've got 1 to test. If it works, we'll go and get 3 more and do it on all the others. The reason it's so dark in here, we do have a light switch, but there is a window here, but we have all the coats and wetsuits hanging in front of them. There we go, see that? Then there was light. Let's get all these off. Perfect, look at that. Let's remove 1 more plank. And then I'll show you what the plan is. This is going over here, but you might be able to see there is no space between that T and the floor plank. So on these 2 top tanks, over here on the bottom tanks, where we're going to also fillers on the same hole, there will be plenty of space. Now the issue is we can't just have them on the bottom tanks and eventually hope the top tanks will fill, because once the bottom tanks fill, before going to the top tanks, this water is just going to return up and it's going to tell us it's full, even though the top ones aren't. How to do this? The best thing to do when you've got a decision that you can't figure out is have some step back and have something to eat. I'm having pão de queijo. Very, very common in Brazil. It's cheese bread. Very, very interesting, you see. And then what I do, I don't know if that's common, is doce de leche, which is condensed milk, caramelized stuff. Just something, you know. Then I'll come back with a really good idea for the water filling. After a bit of thinking and eating and a coffee, didn't show you the coffee, I figured out what we're gonna do. We were missing 1 crucial element to this system, water tank filling system. And that thing, or someone, or lifestyle, is MacGyver. we're going to MacGyver it. MacGyverism. I'm going to take what comes standard from the shop, how it should be, and do it how it shouldn't be, but will work for us. And I can do this because it's water. It's not diesel. I wouldn't do anything like this with diesel or oil or anything polluting. It's water. A little bit leaks into the bilge because it won't leak into the bilge. I'm going to do a good MacGyverism. Let's go. The height from the water tank up to the top of this T is 5 plus 1 plus 7. 14 centimeters. Let's see if we can bring that down. So what did we have before? We had 14 centimeters. Instead of this being tall, that was on top of it as well, we're going to flip it. Now the top part is now the bottom. And all we need to do is screw this into there. I'm going to leave a little gap just so I can loosen it. The height now became, from the water tank up, went from 14 to 9. Thank you, MacGyver. Good advice is when building a boat, have someone on board who's left-handed so that when I don't have my left hand strength to put my arm in here, you can say, oi, come on, we need this tightened. I'm so clumsy with my left hand. Hopefully the last time I put the lid on, I put a little fillet of Sika in there, just, you know. But now we're going to continue. I think we'll grab a hose, pull it to the other side somehow, and start working on the T on that tank, and then we'll go to that tank, and then an elbow joint to the other.
I don't know if you can hear me without that background noise, but I like to call this color strawberry yogurt. You like it, Lovey?
Very.
Why am I doing the whale pink?
Maybe, no. Where have I seen a pink whale?
Where?
Your tattoo?
I was very happily talking to you guys until I found out that we were on a time lapse and there was no audio, so you couldn't hear the fine story that I was telling you. So this pink whale that will be in the door is not just because I have this tattoo, but here in Brazil we have a pink dolphin. It's a boto cor-de-rosa, which is a kind of dolphin that is pink in the Amazon jungle. And I think it's the only place in the world that you can get a pink looking dolphin, which is very, very special and amazing. So this is not only something that is personal to me, but also a note to the very special and different and rich Brazilian fauna. And I'm very happy to have this. You know, guys, I know other colors, they're different than blue, like this strawberry yogurt pink, which is also very nice.
You can tell we're not at the boatyard now, the highway is right behind me. Over there is where our Davits is. Curious to see how this is going to go. How cool was that, just heading in here just for a little bit, confirming a few details with him, which all are completely fine now, and seeing the Davit system actually being built a little bit. It's getting so shiny and I cannot wait to see it in place. And looking at it in the shop, I didn't know our platform was that big, but we'll have to see when it's mounted, because I think in a smaller room like that, everything looks a bit bigger. Just came here in the boat to clarify what's going to happen, because the boat next to us is grinding. The steel boat next to us is grinding inside, and it's really loud. The neighbors are playing loud music, so there's no talking out there. But it's good for us because we get music while we're working. But the welder just said the truck is arriving with the Davit system on top of it, so just busy. Tidied everything up, put everything aside, trying to make a clear path from the truck to the platform. Rafa is loosening the stays, so we don't need them now, we're not sailing anyway. But we're going to just try and get some good shots for you guys, get the Davit system in place. It's going to be fastened really securely onto the boat, and once that's done, I'll do a bit of explanation to show you how we plan our Davit system to work in the future.
I wake up in the morning in this great blue state. Golden fingers caress my face, slips through the window on a silky breeze. A dreamer's line to plant some seeds. She's my believer, healing all my doubts. A lighted mirror reflecting out every true potential. A bedrock belief, an elaborate plot to set this bird free from every element placed, every color that's attached. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea for the ancient memories, just as fleeting as a breeze. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea. How we lay in the sunset, white out in June. Her body sings, and I join the tune. All the sirens calling, crows leave their trees. But a peace pervades us, and the dreamer's dream. From every element it makes, every color that's attached. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea for the ancient memories, just as fleeting as a breeze. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea.
How's everything going so far? I think the colours are looking really, really cool. Now we just need to figure out a way to pull this under the flooring. Orlando's in the cupboard in there. See, flooring. I'm going to try and get it over to that tank over there. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Some little deck on here just so we don't slip. Now if our calculations are right, we just lift this flooring up and the other tank will be exposed. We were running out of flanges and hose connectors, so we looked at what time the shop was going to shut, and it shuts 6:30. The time we looked was 6:28, and we still made it to the shop with all the parts, and that's good because we can finish the job today. Flange and hose connector. Let's start with this tank, then I think we can already start pulling some hoses. Now comes the moment of truth. I think Orlando's going to come here with the thread that goes on top, and hopefully I can reach this with the other part of the flange from over there. Two more holes to drill. We've got the two here, two flanges in the two tanks. What are we? Port. We've got one of them over here in the most forward starboard tank, and now we're going to get one here, but for that same thing, to put the flange in through the inspection hole, we're having to empty out all of our food, and I'm somehow going to have to climb into that storage and hopefully reach that, but I think that shouldn't be a problem. Right.
You made it.
Right. 1, 2, a T, 3, and 4. We're just going to connect hoses now, hose clamps, and then the last one will be up to the deck, and funnily, or very coolly, these two tanks are empty, so we can test it tonight already. Yeah? Can you push? Yeah, nice.
More?
More. That's enough. Thank you. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. I always wondered why Nezo wanted these floor beams so fat. Now I know, because you can just chisel away wherever you want and there'll still be like 10 centimeters of floor beam. I think we've got a nice plumbing system here. And over here under the bed, I would like to turn this one into an elbow joint. And this hose runs a bit flatter, but we don't have one, so that'll be for tomorrow. But I think it'll still fill. So nice and slowly and not make a mess. I'm drilling through my beautiful newly varnished deck. Can you believe it? Time to get this last hose connected. And then we can try and fill it to see if it leaks. Now we are sitting dry now, so we are leaning a lot. There goes the hose clamp. We are leaning a lot to starboard. So we can probably fit it here. It'll fill this tank. It'll go down to this one, but I don't know how much effect it will have on those other two tanks. Either way, just like with the deck, as we're finishing at night, we can always have a look at it tomorrow. Is it normal to use an impact driver to close a hose clamp? I don't know, but I've had it with, as it was a Phillips anyway. Done! Through hole coming in from the deck. Hose going to a T into the tank. T to the other side. Another T going into that tank. And then in there. T going into that tank, and then we'll put an elbow joint there. I think that is done. Let's turn a hose on, put it in there. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. I need to tie a rope onto that. Got the hose here already. Blimey, I'm doing well, aren't I? Oh, this has got a little chain so it doesn't fall. Hey, that's in there. I'm going to turn it on and we'll see what happens. Water. It is working really well. The first tank has filled up completely and it is then stopped filling that one up, and it's decided to continue on to the T over here, which is going to fill up the next two tanks. However, the lid that came stock with the tank is leaking, so we're gonna have to remove that and seal that, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's go and check the other things. I'm just gonna figure out now what's gonna happen when this fills up, and let's have a look on the other side. Well, as the boat's leaning, of course, that's gonna fill up first, and then this one. I'm happy with the whole system. It's very unfortunate that this lid is leaking because you can't get enough water heading to the other tanks to do the full test. Also because we outbury to that side. So tomorrow we'll do the same test, except we will seal the lids so that we can only still open them for inspection, but sealed from water, and also will be horizontal so we can do a full proper test. We're getting there, guys. Today was a really good day. So happy the welders came. And you've been working on a really cool project, and I cannot wait to see it in place.
I am so excited with that.
The welders did an amazing job today, but they couldn't finish it in time for the end of their shift, so they're coming back first thing tomorrow morning.
And they better finish tomorrow because we're leaving.
Yeah, tomorrow is not a work day. It is, I mean, our boat is so unnavigatable now.
Yeah, we cannot
It's
go
dangerous,
anywhere.
we'll lose things in the bilge, but I can't wait when they've finished welding. We won't have any block and tackle or rings on it yet, but we can find a nice system to hoist the dinghy already, maybe with our winches of the sails. Anyway, that's going to be a fun thing that we're going to do tomorrow.
Definitely. And then the not fun thing is cleaning and organizing the boat so we can do another fun thing, which is navigating.
The water tanks, if you're wondering, are still a project, ongoing project, because we're sealing the lids, which is why the mess is still everywhere. But tomorrow we'll put the flooring back in place, tools back in place, boxes in place, everything back under the beds. It'll be good. I don't know if you can tell, but we are exhausted, but we are loving this, and we're exhausted but excited at the same time because we're getting to the end. We really hope you're enjoying these episodes.
We are so thankful that you guys are sticking with us. This has been really fun.
Every single day you guys are watching our videos.
And our advent calendar is coming to an end. Because the big day is coming, so it's bittersweet.
Can't wait to see the carpenters again. Anyway, let's call this one a wrap. We've got to tidy up a bit today because we can't even sleep in our bed. But we'll call this one a wrap because you don't have to see that. And see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed the video. It means a lot to us. See you tomorrow.